What is cash flow? In one sentence, cash flow is continuous income and expenses. After income minus expenses, at least positive, this is a healthy cash flow situation. However, there are many people who have actually made their cash flow into a negative number, living a life of self-reliance, and their future is in jeopardy. Go back to 2019 years. At that time, no one thought that a COVID-19 epidemic would have such a big impact on the world economy, and even many people lost their jobs. Just imagine, if we stop working now, no matter is forced or voluntary, how long can we support it with our current cash? We have been indoctrinated since childhood: study hard and find a stable job after graduation. But can a stable job really be stable all the time? For the average person, after working hard, income will be lost from various consumption expenditures. But for the rich who really make money, their thinking is to let the money work for them and use their assets to create more income for themselves. So how do we build a rich mentality and create more income for ourselves? The first step of financial management. Master your cash flow, understand assets and liabilities. To make money work for you, the first step must be to establish correct financial knowledge. You need to understand your cash flow situation, what are assets and liabilities, and create more assets and reduce liabilities for yourself. In fact, the way to distinguish between the two is very simple. If something brings you regular income, it's an asset. Conversely, if it costs you, it's a liability. For example, taking a loan to buy a house, is it an asset or a liability? It depends on what you are buying the house for. If the house is bought with a loan to live in, and the loan is paid every month, in terms of the concept of cash flow, the house is actually a liability at this time because it takes money out of our pockets. But if the house can be rented out and there is a positive balance after the rent is used to pay the loan, then the house is an asset because it allows you to generate additional income. Buying a house is a very common mistake. Because if you ask someone who has just graduated and is about to enter the workforce what their financial goals are, they usually get an answer like, "I want to save some money as a down payment to buy a house." But if you ask an entrepreneur, what are his financial goals? He will tell you that the annual revenue of Project A is $15 million, the cost and expenses that need to be invested are $8 million, and it will bring about 30% annual growth. The difference between the two is that the average person only thinks about how much money they want to make, but the rich focus on income and expenses, and how to grow. To put it simply, ordinary people focus on how much they can earn, and rich people focus on cash flow. The second step of financial management. Put money into assets instead of liabilities. Too often, poor people don't know how to make money work for them and buy a lot of debt, thinking they've built up an asset. Even as income increases, debt continues to increase. In the end, you have to keep trying to make more money to pay more and more debt, and you get caught in a vicious circle. On the contrary, the rich buy assets as much as possible, let money make money, and have a steady stream of passive income, such as stocks, dividend funds, bonds, rental real estate, etc., which can obtain income without working. Maybe one day, when we lose our jobs, or have to take care of a sick family member and can't work, having a passive income can reduce the unexpected shock. Even when your monthly passive income is greater than what you need to live, you can achieve the status of financial freedom. It means that you can just rely on passive income, and your life is enough to support. Although investing and creating passive income sounds like the right of the rich, in fact, no matter what your occupation is and how much is your salary, you should always establish such a financial management thinking for, put funds into assets, and reduce the expenditure of liabilities. The third step of financial management. Actively learn about various career or investment opportunities. The less you know about business, the fewer opportunities and choices you have. If you don't expand your life circle and ability circle, your growth will be very slow. As long as you get to know more friends, learn more about the business models of different companies, improve your abilities and knowledge, and stay curious and find more contacts, the opportunities and choices for investment or entrepreneurship will become wider and wider. The last step of financial management, take action. Whether it's starting to read investing books, or starting hands-on investing, doing some research, and starting to figure out how to accumulate more money available, these are the things that actually help. Only by taking action will you have the opportunity to thank yourself 10 years later. It must have been frustrating at first and you won't see immediate results, but in the end you will definitely succeed in dramatically improving your financial situation. Maybe you've been confused about your financial situation for a long time, have many goals in mind but haven't started. Set a few minutes for yourself to plan what actions you should take.